All right, HVAC marketing in 2026 is different than previous years. There is a way specifically to crush it, which we're going to go over in this video. It's working way better than every lead source that we've ran for HVAC contractors since we've been doing this, which is over 7 years now, plus my own HVAC company, which was another 10 years before that. So there's a very specific way you crush it in 2026, and we'll dig into the weeds now.
Absolutely. I'm Cary Blackburn, one of the owners here at HVAC Grow. This is Steve Gadsby. He's the other owner here. So we're going to jump right into this right away so that you can see exactly what we want to show you so you don't have to wait around trying to get to the end to figure this all out. So right away here is I'm going to share up my screen here. So what we're looking at here is a search results page. I put up specifically here AC Repair Phoenix. Now, there's so much clutter here when you're looking at these search results pages. And I'm specifically talking about whether it's Google ads or like pay-per-click ads or even SEO. So if we look at the sponsored results here, look at how it is just cluttered right here at the top. And then as you go down, you don't even you get into the maps listing. There's even another sponsored here. You don't even get down to organic till here. So this is showing you what the sponsored results are. And they're just fighting for the same three spots on Google search. It's a total bloodbath, and you're paying a premium for it to be in these spots. So what I want to show you here
So
is
what he's showing you here, just a quick kind of
yep.
headline for this is what he's showing you is pay-per-click advertising. It's massively overpriced. Don't plan on putting your budget into pay-per-click advertising. That's not where you're going to get the best results. You're going to way overpay for customers.
Oh
Too
yeah.
much competition.
And Steve, look at this. So I plunked in a few things here in the actual Google Ads editor and did some research on keywords. So look at this. Emergency AC Repair Phoenix, $159 a click. That's a click.
Wow.
That's not a lead. That's not a phone call. That's not a
A
form fill.
click. So
Yes.
let's flesh that out a little bit. Because again, I had an HVAC company for a bunch of years. I know what this actually costs. So 160 bucks a click. And you're thinking 160 bucks for a customer? No. 160 bucks for a click. If your ads are banging, you might get a phone call from every 4 clicks. So that's $600 per phone call. You might get a job every second phone call. That's $1,200 per job. That better be an installation for 1,200 bucks, and most likely it's not going to be. This specific thing is for repairs. $1,200 a repair? Are you kidding me? PPC is not where it's at anymore.
No, and it's not just Phoenix. We can look down here at other ones here, like even let's get down a little further. Houston, 24-hour AC repair Houston, $115 a click. So there's multiple ones here. Even Louisville, $106 a click. So again, that's just a click. That's not actually a phone call, and that's not actually a job that you go out to
No.
do.
This has
So,
trended up over the years. Back in my day, these things were
oh,
like 10 bucks, 10 bucks a click, right? Which is doable. That's fine. 100 bucks a click, forget about it. Move on to other platforms, which is what we're going to go over in this video.
so let me just show you here right away. So I'm just going to show you an example here of one of our clients. Let's look at this. So this is the last 7 days, and we're recording this on December 29th, 2025. So this is the last 7 days, and this is over the Christmas or holiday break. 5 actual leads, which means either a phone call or a form fill, $41.96. That is like less than a third of what you would actually, it's like almost 25% of what you'd be paying per click on
Mhm.
Google pay per click, right? And let's look at the CPM. Now, CPM here, if you don't know what that means cost per 1,000 views or 1,000 impressions. $14 to get in front of 1,000 people. And look at how many views it's had in the last week. Almost 1,400. Can you imagine getting in front of 1,400 people for that low of a price, total cost? It's less than $200 that got in front of that many people. That actually viewed the video, not just in front of them impressions, but viewed it. That's
And right here specifically, what are you showing? You're showing the stats for which one?
so this is so what I'm showing here is this is actual conversions, cost per
This is a
convert,
this is a
client.
YouTube. This
This
is
is
a YouTube
YouTube.
ad.
This is actually
Yeah.
YouTube
So
ad.
again, what he's showing you here, we switched over from
Yep.
PPC, which is like a text-based old school Google pay-per-click ad. So now what we're pushing everybody towards is YouTube ads, and that's what these stats are showing here. So across the board, and we'll show you some other stats later, it's just way cheaper to get your leads from YouTube, a whole different setup, a whole different animal. We do it all for you. Don't worry about any of that. but it's an entirely different beast than PPC, and it's way cheaper on a
Oh,
per lead basis with way higher contact rates because you have no competition. Nobody's doing it.
yeah. So your competitors in PPC, they're fighting in a closet, and YouTube is an empty stadium filled with homeowners. So there's some things that you can do on YouTube that are fantastic. So let's just give me an example. I'll give you an example here. So let's say somebody goes to Google, does a search, PPC search, anything like central air installation, air conditioning installers near me, central air installation near me, even furnace installers near me. You can steal that traffic for YouTube ads. So if somebody went and searched this in Google at one point
Mhm.
and they go to YouTube, your videos can show for that.
Yep.
So it's anybody who search for these, you can get the same high intent customer as search, and you'll get to show them a video for a fraction of the cost
That's a great
instead of a
point because
text.
Google owns
Yeah.
YouTube. Google owns YouTube. So this
Yep.
the same people that are searching on Google, YouTube knows which people are doing what searches on Google and then starts serving them up your videos. And there's no like there's big cities in the States and there's some towns with half a
Oh
million
yeah.
people. We might be the only person running YouTube ads for a client in that town. It is such a huge opportunity on YouTube compared to Google right now or compared to Meta. Uh,
And just like I said, an empty stadium full of homeowners right there.
yep.
Right. So it's, you can imagine that getting in front of this many people with these same searches and you're not paying $160 a click. That's crazy. So just to kind of give you an example here of what an ad looks like as well. So I've got it muted right now, but this type of ad with your offer in your city specifically set to, again, target that area with whatever product or service you want to offer right there. These are great videos and they work. They grab people, they convert. This is the same video that we're using for that example I was just showing you as well. So it's like YouTube leads, they they look at this and uh, they might be price shopping for a Google search, but when somebody clicks on a video ad, they've already seen your offer. They've they've found out about you. They can trust you just by what they see in the ad, and they're pre-sold before they even pick up the phone.
And here's
So
the kicker, you don't need to do anything. That's actually
no,
not the owner in the ad. We basically just make avatars that are for it. Sometimes we put ourselves in the video, whatever it takes to bring in the highest volume of highest quality, least expensive leads. You don't got to deal with any of that stuff. We do it for you.
yeah, and so they're not gonna like pick up the phone and ask you how much do you charge. They already know that. They're gonna ask when can you come out, because they've already seen this. They're already pre-sold. They trust you. They see the reviews. They have an idea of who you are, where you are. So that's way better than a text ad on a screen. So just to give you other quick examples here. So client of ours, Memphis, 6 conversions, again, phone calls and form fills. $55 a conversion. Again, a lot cheaper than that pay-per-click. The get in front of 1,000 people for $10, and then they've had almost 1,300 people view that video. Another one here in the Dallas area, actually a lot of Texas here. So 5 conversions, $73 a conversion, $26 to be in front of 1,000 people, and almost 2,000 people have viewed it. And one more here, 9 conversions, and this is over the last 14 days in December of 2025. $75 a conversion in front of 1,000 people for $16, and almost like 7,100 people have viewed the video. These are insane stats. And if you're still sitting on Google pay-per-click or even Facebook, Instagram ads, you are missing that next thing for to get your lead for lead generation, for your marketing, for your HVAC business. You need to be on YouTube before everybody else, every one of your competitors gets there.
These opportunities come up kind of in a cycle. So the last time this cycle came up was probably 2018 with Facebook ads. And what it was, there wasn't a lot of contractors running Facebook ads, believe it or not. Now everybody's on Facebook. So leads were coming in cheap. The contact rate was super high. The leads were awesome, high fives all around. We took on hundreds and hundreds of customers, 2018, 2019. But then what happened? More and more competitors just started to dogpile in. The same cycle is happening now, switching to YouTube ads as people start to look for things with higher contact rates, higher closing rates, everything else. So,
Yeah.
just to give
I
you,
was going to say one other
do you have that
important thing.
stat? Go ahead.
One other important thing. If you're using Facebook and Instagram ads, They still work. But we hear this all the time from clients that are running Facebook and Instagram ads. They get these leads from people that you can never contact. It's like they ghost you. You call
Yep.
them or they fill out a form and you try to get a hold of them, and they never get back to you. That's different with YouTube. The quality of these leads and the contact rate is so much higher than Facebook and Instagram. Used with
Yep.
Facebook and Instagram, these work really well.
And what we think is happening, and if you've run meta ads, if you're an experienced contractor, I guarantee you've tried meta ads, and maybe you got a lot of leads that came in cheap, and you've had this specific problem where you have a bunch of leads, but you can't contact them. It's really bad in some areas. And what we think is happening is that a customer will click on your ad, and then Meta will take that as a signal to say, "Hey, that person's interested in HVAC." Then they serve that same ad to 25 other contractors. Then the customer clicks on five, six, seven different ads, and they start getting hammered with text, phone calls. So what do? What would you do? You wouldn't pick up the phone, right?
Mhm.
You'd stop answering texts. You wouldn't pick up the phone and be like, this is a pain in the butt. I'm not going to answer any of this. So the only way to get around that, the only way to get away from that is go to a platform that there's not a zillion other contractors on. YouTube is that platform currently. And for 2026, it's your best bet to make the most amount of money with a given ad spend.
That great points. The other thing I want to mention here is that these stats are being shown from the last half of December in 2025. Steve, when was the worst, when you owned your HVAC business, what was the most difficult time of year or the slowest time of the year?
Yeah, late December. So I was in a
Yeah,
northern market. So late
exactly.
December was the right around Christmas, the worst stats of the year.
And look at these stats are amazing. Like
Yep.
just here, like last half of December,
You just wait. I mean,
last
we've only been
7
doing
days.
YouTube for maybe like we've been into every other platform for years and years and years. YouTube is one that's been growing, growing, growing for us, and it's really caught fire the last like 6 months. It's going to blow the doors off of everything in 2026. I'm really curious what's going to happen once starts warming up. The trick is beat your competitors. It takes a while to set this up. It's more setup time. We don't charge more to do this compared to other platforms, but it takes more setup time and it's a slower build. So get in before your competitors do, and you'll start beating the pants off them for 2026.
Whether you're trying it yourself or if you need somebody to help you get all this set up with we know how to get these all set up. We know what works, how to get it running, right from the setting up the videos, setting it up on your Google Ads account, because that's where your YouTube ads go, your landing pages, the contact info so that people can contact you from it, whether it's the forms, whether it's the phone calls. We do all that for you. You don't have to worry about it yourself. So either get on it yourself or there'll be a link in the description below this video. You can get a hold of us and we can do it for you. And we have the expertise to do it and we can get it up and running fairly quickly. And you don't have to get in front of a camera. You don't have to create a script. You don't have to try to edit the video after. You don't have to do any of that. We do all that for you.
We know it works. So click below, chat with us. It's totally free. We'll have a little consult for your area, and yeah, let's chat soon. Click on it and book a time now
Or,
to get your business rock and rolling for
or just head
2026.
just head over to hvacgrow.com.
Yep,
You can call us there. You can fill out a form here, and you can see more about us too.
sounds great.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.